Have you ever launched a product you were sure was going to fly off the shelves, and then it just sat there gathering dust? Before you start slashing the prices or scrapping it or panicking, keep watching this video, because today I'm going to show you how to fix slow selling products without having huge discounts, without despair, and without guessing your way through it. And I promise if you stay until the end, I will give you my exact 7-day checklist for you to turn products into magnets. So let's start with this, because most slow selling products don't sell because they're bad. They don't sell because they're simply misunderstood. So here is what I've learned after helping hundreds of retailers. A slow seller usually means one of 5 things is off. And most of the time, it's not the product. I once worked with a client who had handmade scarves that were barely selling. We didn't change the product at all. We just told a better story that her future customers could understand. And within 4 weeks, she sold out. To get products to sell, it's all about alignment. I'm talking about the right product, with the right message, on the right platform, at the right time, with the right presentation. And if any of those are off, that is when your struggles start. So here are 5 ways that you can fix a slow selling product that don't involve reaching for your bargain basement bin and hoping that someone will buy it just because it's cheap. Step 1, start repositioning the product, because sometimes the problem with your product is that it's in the wrong lane. So let me explain. Most product businesses describe what their product is and include any fancy ingredients it might have. But customers only care about what your product actually does for them. So you might be selling a ceramic mug, but what they're buying is my morning moment of calm before the chaos of their day begins and their kids wake up. You might be selling a bag, but what they're buying is confidence, status, or a sense of belonging. So here is how you can reposition your products. I want you to ask yourself these 3 questions. What role does my product play in my customer's day? What problem or irritation could my product solve or ease? And what identity or lifestyle does my product support or express? So instead of lavender soap, reposition it as your 5-minute spa moment after a long day on your feet. Because repositioning is about selling the transformation or the aspiration, not the features. And when the message changes, so does the outcome. Trust me, this works. And your bonus tip is, if your product has multiple possible uses or audiences, try testing one at a time over the next few weeks, and you will quickly spot which one resonates with your future customers the most. Once your product makes people feel seen, it will start to sell. Step 2, upgrade your story. So once you repositioned the product, it's time to breathe life into it with a story, because even a perfectly positioned product will flop if the delivery is flat. So let me say this clearly. If your captions, emails, posters, landing pages, or product descriptions sound like a bullet point list or tech spec, your customer's brain will switch off and they will disappear. What grabs attention and, more importantly, drives action is emotion, relatability, and visuals. So here's how to upgrade your story. We want you to tell a moment, not a list. We don't want you to say, this is made with organic ingredients, it has a long-lasting scent, and it's handmade in the UK. Instead, we want you to say, picture this. You've just closed the door after a chaotic day. You light this candle, instantly you relax. Stories build scenes, not stats. We want to use language that your customers are already using, because this is a massive one. Take a look at what your customers are actually saying about your product. What do they say in reviews on your products or on your competitors' products? What are they saying in DMs at market stalls? Try to use their words, not polished professional jargon, and you'll go from saying words that simply go over your customers' heads to actually connecting with them and making them feel seen and understood. Visual storytelling sells. So use your photos, videos, and packaging to show your story. Is this the bag for school runs? Then show it next to a coffee cup, keys, and a crumpled snack bar. Is this the soap bar for post-gym showers? Then let's see it next to a rolled towel and a sweaty water bottle. This is about creating the world for your customer to feel immersed in and show them what your product does. When the visuals match the message, your product becomes real in the customer's mind. And finally, if you can make someone feel something, they will remember it, and they will far more likely buy it. So upgrade your story and you will upgrade your sales without touching your product or your product's price. Step 3, change the context. Sometimes the product is solid, the positioning is right, the storytelling is strong, but it's still not converting how you want it to. And this could be because it's being shown in the wrong context. So here's what I mean. Your customers make snap decisions based on what they see and how they relate to it. So if your product feels out of sync with their life or is simply not being shown in the way that sparks curiosity, they will scroll or walk past. So audit how your product is being presented right now. Is it always shown on a plain background? Are you using the same angle over and over again? Are you placing it inside generic collections like accessories, gifts, where it gets lost? Is it tucked away in a small traffic corner or bottom shelf where nobody naturally looks in your store? Is it surrounded by completely unrelated items that dilute its impact or confuse the overall story? So here's how to change the context to revive attention. You want to make the product the hero, not the filler. So instead of burying the product in a big bundle or a collection, give it a solo spotlight. Try a product of the week feature across your store, your Instagram, your email list, and your homepage. One client of mine actually increased sales by 37% by just pulling a candle out of a gift set and giving it its own storyline for a week. Same product, different context, different outcome. Change how it's shown. So choose lifestyle shots over flat lay shots. Use real use over studio shots. Create movement over static images. Reels showing the product in action. Even just a hand unwrapping or using the product outperform 10 polished images. So ask, what would my customer naturally use this product for? Then recreate those scenes. Place it where the problem exists in their life. Let's say you sell organizers for messy bags. Show the chaos, not just the tidy result. If you sell body balm for dry skin, show it in a post-shower routine, not just floating on a white background. Changing the context helps your customer connect dots quickly. They'll go from, oh, that's a nice product, to, I need this product, that's for me. And that is when your sale happens. Step 4, create urgency without the discounts. So let's talk about urgency, because slow sales often come from slow decisions. And the truth is, most customers don't say no to a product. They'll say, I'll come back later. I'll think about it, which 9 times out of 10 means they will never come back. So instead of waiting around or slashing the price, you need to give them a reason to act now. One that feels real, respectful, and relevant. And no, urgency doesn't have to mean false timers or panic tactics. So here's how to do it without discounting. You can include time-sensitive context, where you can include phrases that say things like, "This won't be restocked again. This color is only available for the next 10 days. Pre-orders close this Sunday at midnight." We want you to use natural moments in your business, not made-up countdowns to try and create momentum. You can include no stock transparency. By just being honest and specific, you could include phrases that say things like, "Only 4 left in this print. Once these go, they're gone. Only 5 remaining. We don't know when these will be restocked. There are only 10 left." Use phrases that create FOMO, but also protect your brand's integrity, because people act when they realize they might miss out on something that speaks to them. You could also add exclusive bonuses, and instead of dropping the price, which I see so many of you doing, add something extra for a limited time only. You could include something like a complimentary mini product when they spend a certain amount. You could include early access to a product launch, a VIP club, or something new and exciting in your store. You can include a personalized note or gift wrap option. This feels like a reward, not a bargain bin grab, which keeps customers feeling positive about your brand overall. And we want you to use your voice to create energy, because urgency is not just in the offer, it's in the way that you talk about it. So if your captions, your emails, and your stories feel flat, the urgency disappears. So we want you to say things like, "This is your sign to grab it before it's gone. I don't want you to miss this. It's one of my favorite pieces." Or, "You'll kick yourself if you wait on this one because customers are raving about it." We want you to let your excitement create your customers' momentum. I want you to know that creating urgency the right way isn't pressure, it's leadership. You're helping your customer to make a confident decision with all of the information that they need. Step 5, build a content campaign around your product. So you've repositioned the product, you've upgraded the story, you've changed the context, and you've created urgency. Here is the final piece of the puzzle. And this is all down to consistency, because most retailers post about a product once or twice. It doesn't move, so they move on. But the truth is, your customer needs to see and feel something between 7 and 14 times before it lands. So instead of giving up, build a mini campaign around your product. So here's what that looks like in practice. Over the next 7 to 14 days, post about the same product from different angles. We don't want you to use the same image. We don't want you to use the same caption. Think rotation, not repetition. So here are some content campaign ideas that you can use straight away. The first one is the story post, where you put behind the scenes of you designing, choosing fabrics, or sourcing the products. We then have the testimonial or review post from someone who's bought it before and loved it. Then we have the in the wild post, where the product is being used, worn, styled, or packed with real life context. Then we have the problem solution post. Hey, digging through your bag for your keys? This pouch solves it in 2 seconds. Then we have the owner's voice post, why you decided to sell it, what you love about it, and who it's really for. Then we have the reminder post, how many are left and when it's gone. And finally, we have the poll or Q&A post. Would you use this more for work or weekends? This helps you to get engagement. You can rotate through all of these twice, using different images, videos, and captions for the same product. And it won't bore your audience. It will help them to fully understand what it is and how it'll actually benefit them and fit into their lives. And a bonus here is use the rule of 1. So depending on how much stock you have, For 1 or 2 weeks, make this product your shop's main character. One product, one focus, and one message across all of your platforms, from website, email, Instagram, in-store point of sale. You will be shocked at how effective repetition with variation is. Sales come when people finally connect the dots, because you have given them all the clarity they need. Now, you've got the tools to turn your slow-selling product into something that your customers can't wait to buy. So here is what I want you to do. Pick one product that's not selling as well as you would like. Go through these 5 strategies. Start implementing them this week. And comment below and tell me, here is what I'm going to do to fix it. Plus, if you're serious about increasing your store's sales and building a shop that performs every single week for you, book your free discovery call using the link in the description. And let's turn your store into the sales machine it deserves to be and turn you into a retail CEO. And if you have benefited from this video, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel for weekly videos designed to help your retail business, and drop me a like below. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next Monday.